And very good afternoon. Hope you are well. Good morning to wherever you are tuning in all over the globe. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company on this Friday. Give me a whoop whoop. Whoop, whoop. It is Friday indeed. We are on Friday the 26th of March already. Not only is the weekend here, but the end of the month is just creeping up upon us as well. So happy April from then that comes. But that's next week. We've still got a full jam-packed day lined up on Crafters TV. So what have we got? We're going all inky and sparkly and mixed media array. With all day today, you've got Ben Fole holding the fort, and it's also Jan as well. Jan's going to be in with Masterclass, so you can see that right at the side there. So Jan's got lots of mixed media projects to be showing you. So that is then going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK. For you guys stateside, that's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. And then what we've got just at the bottom there, also with Jan, is that's going to be our Colour Me Happy, with it being Friday. And it's also about our aqua markers as well. So if you want some more information, more tutorials, more ideas, other than Leanne, I would absolutely say that Jan is the one to watch. So that is going to be 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. However, both of those, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek throughout Wake Up Call before we go into the craft fall. But what we've also got when it comes to the craft fall is you're going to be buying two and you're going to get one thing free within each set bundle. So that's a nice way to start your Friday as well. But then we're also going to be celebrating all this week, and it's coming to the end of the celebrations just soon. Still got a couple of days to go, and it's Totally Tiffany. And it's her 18th birthday for Totally Tiffany. So what we are doing is if you go across onto our website and shop anything Totally Tiffany, what you'll be able to get is double points. So that's a nice way to actually pop up your levels on Club Inspires. But what you're going to be able to do is come craft class this Sunday, so Sunday the 28th, there's going to be a Totally Tiffany takeover. So you'll be able to tune in and see all of Tiffany's knowledge and everything when it comes to keeping things sorted and tidy. All those sorts of things is going to be coming up throughout craft class on Sunday. And then also, because we're celebrating Totally Tiffany's 18th birthday, what we're also doing is we're celebrating National Craft Month. So every single day on Crafters TV, what we are doing is we are doing a daily giveaway. Have a look and see what you could be winning in today's giveaway. Wow, we've got 8x8 stamps, we've got 12x12 papers, we've got dies, we've got stamps, we've got borders, we've got Sharon Callis. That is a phenomenal collection you could be winning. So what you can then do to enter the opportunity of winning that is, now you have to pay attention for this one because it's really difficult to enter. Comment. That's it. Just get social. You'll see the details coming up along the bottom. So whether it is YouTube, whether it is Facebook, get interactive with us. As I say, Ben's going to be holding the fort all day today. So every single show, whether you're wanting to show your makes, whether you're wanting to tell us what you've been up to, what you're going to be doing when it comes to your craft room this weekend, then do get your comments in. And one lucky winner is going to be picked at random in the 7 p.m. show tonight in Colour Me Happy, 7 p.m. being 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. But then what we've also got is we've also got the opportunity to be in with this one humongous giveaway. Last couple of days coming up to the end of March, and this is your opportunity to be in with a chance of winning the big beast itself, which is our Gemini Pro and also the rotating discs. So to be in with a chance of winning that, what you just need to do is you just need to follow the details right along the bottom, straight away to the website. That will then direct you as to where you need to go to enter, and the winner will be announced. I want to say round about the beginning of April, so that everyone that enters throughout March is going to be included. But then while you're across on the website, what I want you to do is check out something that's also coming at the very end in the last couple of days, and that is our current Get It, Got It, Good. This week's current Get It, Got It Good is our Twirling Characters Craft Kit. £20, $20, €20 for you guys stateside. However, what you're also getting is 80 bonus points. Over 230 elements. It makes a minimum of 24 cards. Lots of different sizes as well. You've got dies, you've got clear stamps, coloured paper, coloured pattern paper, dewdrops, card blanks, envelopes, and so much more. All within you Get It, Got It, Good. Well, that is a really good one. I know that's been a really phenomenal one this week, so don't get lost and losing out on the chance of stocking up on that one. But what we can then do is we can bring it right back to today and what's coming up on Crafters TV. And this is going to be showcasing what's coming up on Masterclass. So let's have a look at this full top shelf here. So within this one here, what you're getting is your Gemini, your mini elements. £28 here in the UK, $40 for you guys stateside. If you are across in Europe, you're €34. You've got your beautiful blooms, celebration cake, dragonfly dreams, garden friends, party time, and also your tea party as well. That's a really nice selection, and it's called our mini elements because these are going to go through your Gemini mini, but I'll also go through your Go as well. So this is a nice one just to pop into your collection so that you can use it within any of your crafting, or what you might even want to do, which I'm away to do just shortly, is use it within your mixed media. But while we hang about just a little bit longer before we go to that, we're also going to be showing you then what is then going to be coming up in, you've guessed it, Colour Me Happy. This is Colour Me Happy. So coming up, you'll be able to see here, this is all about our aqua pen. So if you want to do your backgrounds, your ink and your colouring, this is your Noir, Spectrum Noir Aqua Marker collection. You're getting your essentials, your floral, nature and primary. £68 here in the UK, $89 for you guys stateside. If you are across in Europe, you get them for €74. But as I always like to point out as well, that is before your Club Inspire. So if you go across onto the website, go into your checkout, you'll find your Club Inspire will be even less than that one. So that's a good one. You really do want to check that out if you've never tried any of our colour mediums before. But what's also going to enhance any of your colour mediums, not just with the aquas, but maybe sparkles or anything along those lines, this is your accessory kits that you can see right at the side of me, right here. These ones are your Spectrum Noir Aqua and Inks accessory collection. This is where you're getting your 9x12 premium watercolour card. You're going to be getting your spray misters, 4-pack. You're going to get your mixing palette. You're also getting your 3/4 of an inch wash brush, and you're also getting your size 3 brush as well. £16.50 here in the UK, $29 for you guys stateside, €21.50 for you guys across in Europe. So really do have a look at that. It's a real good essential that we will be using that throughout the show as well. So that's a nice really set that we have got up on the full show today. So this is what's coming up, as I say, into all of the shows throughout Crafters TV. So it's going to be, of course, Masterclass as well as Colour Me Happy. So as I said a moment ago, we're going to do a little bit of mixed media. So while I go across over at the desk and get ourselves sorted, get your comments loaded up as well. He is here all day. He's here with me in the first show on Wake Up Call, as well as Craftfall. It is the king, the legend. Oh no, Joe's not in, sorry. Ben's here.
It's funny how you can go off people, isn't it, really? Hello, good afternoon. It's great to be here. Thank you for all of your comments, which are already flying in. Lots of you looking forward to the shows coming up today. And yes, double Jan Day today as well. So if you love those shows where you can get kind of like all of the information, all of the education, then you are going to get that and more today. As Craig's been saying, make sure you do get in touch over the course of this show and indeed right throughout the show as well, because we will be reading out all of your comments, seeing who's with us, and those comments could lead to you winning a prize over the course of the show as well. I would read out the comments that you've been sending in, but isn't this typical, right? I've been listening to Craig start the show, first 10 minutes, sitting back, relaxing, the tablet's been absolutely fine, and now it's crashed.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've got the circle of doom just spinning round and spinning round. So I tell you what, the best thing to do is, if Craig is ready in the demo area, I'll throw you back to him, and then as soon as I've sorted this out, we'll read some of your messages coming in, because there were some nice ones as well and lots of hellos. So yeah.
Ah,
apologies. Oh, he's putting his apron on over there. Look at that. Wow, that is special.
It's mixed media, so let me just adjust my mic, shortly, there we go. Yeah, mixed media, so I am not going to get my lovely pink shirt all messy. So let's get our apron on. So you can tell we are going to go. Now, I do believe I'm not going to get quite messy, but you know, just to make sure I'm putting my apron on. And this is what we're going to do. Is we're going to do a little bit of mixed media. Now, this is something I do actually love to do, but I've not done it for a wee while, and it's not something that I shout about a lot. So it's an absolute pleasure to get a little bit of a slot to be able to do this. You can, of course, tune into Masterclass later on today today, 3 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, where Jan is going to show you all of her knowledge as to what you can be doing. So what we are going to do is we're going to bring in a few different elements, and we are, believe it or not, in this little segment, we are going to make something that's going to kind of resemble this, all made out of cardstock. You've got that real metallic look that you can be incorporating. So we've got that one there. What I've noticed that I don't have that I will need, so I'm going to shout across to Ben and see if we've got Tracy in the building, see if they can get me. I need some silver gilding wax. We've got all the colours here, but not silver. So while they run and get me that one, what we can do is we can then start to carry on. Now, on the show of Masterclass, we've got lots of these little chipboard shapes on the show from Sarah's signature collection. We've also, I'll show you them here, we've got our rose garden ones. We've also got some of our metal charms from the Crafty Fun. So I've taken 2 of the corners and 1 of these oval frames. I've taken 1 of the little button here. And then what I've also done as well, so using the Dragonfly Dreams, so this one is from our elements, so you can see within this one here, what I've done is I've actually die cut both of them twice and I've stuck them together, so I've got a real thicker feel to this one here. So I die cut 2 of them, the body as well as the wings, twice in our 300 GSM cardstock, stuck them together so we get a thicker kind of chipboard effect. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in another piece of our white smooth stamping card, and I have popped this and cut this to 4.5 by 4.5, and I'm going to bring in one of these embossing folders. These are our 3D embossing folders that are coming up within the show as well. And what I'm doing is I'm going to run it through my Gemini Junior. So we need our base cutting plate, we also need our plastic and magnetic. We're going to run this one through here. So as that one goes through, what I've also done is taken a piece of our mount board and I've chopped this one down using our guillotine to also 4.5 by 4.5. And then I'm going to bring back in my 3D embossing folded layers. So I know it's hard to see at the moment because, oh, there we go, look at that if I tilt it that way. Absolutely phenomenal. Now it's just going to fit and no more, so I do want it to a little bit be under the 4.5. So what I'm going to do is I am going to trim a millimetre or so off the edges because I don't want my cardstock to be overlapping. So this is now going to sit nicely onto my back layer that I've got here. And what I'm also going to do for this one is I'm going to use my tacky glue. Now we're going to come along in a moment with some gesso and we're going to paint this over the top. Now what you'll find will happen is because we're putting a lot of gesso on and we've got our tacky glue, it will start to bubble slightly. Now as it's mixed media, I'm not concerned about that whatsoever because it's all adding to that distressed, unnatural, unorganic look. So I'm going to press that into place here. So if I then hold that in, I'm just pressing it down. There we go. We can see our Gemini 3D texture embossing folder, 6 elements in total, 6 folders, £32 here in the UK or $46. You're even getting that saving of 20% already. So a really good one to be watching out for. So now that I have pressed that into place, you could use your hot glue as well if you wanted to. And that's what I'm away to use just next. So what I'm away to do is I'm going to use my hot glue and I'm going to attach these pieces on. And I'm not being overly generous with my glue. I'm only popping them in a few parts of the chipboard wood. And what's great about mixed media is if you get extra bits of glue, strands of glue, maybe onto cardstock, onto the main layer that you don't want it to be, it's all adding to that texturous feel. So don't ever panic or worry. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and these just overlap at the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a bit of hot glue at each side. Now what you need to remember is when we come along with the gesso, what's going to happen is that's going to stabilize it all as well. So I'm pressing that into place. I'm then going to come in with my dragonfly that I've already die cut twice and also layered up together to get that more chipboard wood effect. I'm going to press that in for it to grab. To also add a little bit more dimension and feel and texture, I'm using one of these buttons from the Charm set. So let's pop that one in here. And then what I've also got, and this is from one of our craft kit boxes in the past, and that is our clear or our white pearls. Now you might have some at home, you might have some hunky-dory ones, any that you've got. What I'm doing is I'm popping a large one into each corner here. I'm even going to come in now, I'm away to pop another glue stick in. So what I'm doing is I'm melting the end of the glue stick, then I'm going to pop it in, and then that's going to adhere to the remaining part of the glue. So you're not going to worry about this strand always falling out until it grabs. So a little top tip for you if you didn't already know that one. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to add another one into this corner. You could use your tweezers if you want, but what I'm doing is I'm using just my fingers and I'm putting a couple of little other bits. What I'm also going to do is come in with a couple of smaller pearls and I'm going to pop them in. So we can then pop this one into place here. So let's turn this one around and pop that one in. And this is what I mean by any of the additional strands or that of glue, we can wipe them away afterwards, but I'm not concerned because the gesso, all going well, will pick bits of that up and it's going to add to that real fun kind of mixed media look. And we can, let's turn this one around. If you are getting a bit lost in everything that I've used, we will touch upon it once we've done this one, so don't panic. But it's really only kind of 3 collection elements that I'm using. So I'm going to get this last one in here. So let's go in. I'm going to pop this one in. You can, if you want, use your Collal all-purpose glue or tacky glue. You will just need to let it set just for a little bit, because once we come along with our paintbrush and gesso, you would then potentially knock it over. So I'm going to do just another one into the middle here, and I'm going to do, let's do a larger pearl. So if I pop that one in, I'm going to set that one into place, and then I'm kind of happy enough with that one. Let's bring this in. Then this is where we can get really nice and inky. Ben, do you do a lot of painting or inky stuff or messy stuff?
Do you know what? I haven't done a lot of mixed media yet, but funnily enough, kind of like the inky and painty stuff. My daughter likes doing a lot of that, but I suppose kids like doing the more messy and inky bits and pieces, but it's certainly something I've got on my horizon. It appeals to me kind of doing the mixed media because I kind of feel like a lot of mixed media projects, you don't have to be as precise and you can maybe experiment a little bit more.
Absolutely.
When it comes to doing things. And of course, you can bring in lots of different bits and pieces with your mixed media. The good news is I've got the comments back, so thank you for all of these. Lots of people tuning in, watching today. I'll let Craig do a few of the hellos a little bit later on. But Sandra just saying, here's to another fun show. Hope Ben's recovered from his early morning run. Apparently lots of inquiries on how that went. I've got to tell you, it's a mistake. After last night's 3-hour cartload, we got out of here pretty late, and to get up this morning at 5 a.m, that was, what a mistake to make her, honestly. But no, all is good. I am looking forward to a fun day with Craig and also Jan. Christina saying, hi Craig, good afternoon from Grey and Damp Derby. So I'm keeping busy in my craft room. Got 16 Easter jigsaws to make. And Karen's also watching saying, good morning everyone. I have my coffee and I'm ready to watch. Glad it's my favourite team that is on the show this morning. Thank you, Karen. Really appreciate that. Oh, and by the way, you haven't done your hellos to your...
You do it.
No, I'm not allowed.
Yeah, you are.
Am I?
Of course you can.
Are you joking me?
You can absolutely do it as well. It's Friday.
I thought it was your thing. I didn't want to... You can
well,
let me
it's
do it.
our thing. You can do it. It's Friday. You do it.
This is a big... So what do? Do I just say hello to them, do I?
Yeah.
All right, so we've got George Squared in the gallery today. So let's go direct to George. Morning, George.
Morning, Ben and Craig.
Oh, it's actually afternoon. I'll do it again. Afternoon, George.
Afternoon, Ben and Craig.
You're doing great.
good.
And I just do the same for Georgina.
Yeah,
right?
just do the same again.
It's great. Afternoon, George.
Afternoon, Ben and Craig and Crafters.
How good's that?
Hey, I love that.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is good.
Nice little buzz.
Yeah.
Nice little buzz.
Thanks for letting me do that. I appreciate
You're
it.
very welcome.
If you ever want to use my green on the screen, I'll let you do it.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome.
I will do. I hope I do it. I hope I do you proud, but yeah, maybe one day.
I know you will. I know you will. Anyway, enough hellos for now. Back to your demo. Where are you up to?
So what we've done is we've stuck all these bits together now. Now I've got a tray. This is my tray that I do any of my mixed media paint in, any of my spritz in, any of my glue sprays, anything like that. Now you can use your glass mat or you can use your craft mat. Obviously, for time and speed, I'm going to do it in this again because I can just move this out the way and it'll still be a nice clean area. Then on the show, on Masterclass with Jan, we've got the option of getting your white gesso or your black gesso. Now this is like a primer. If I was to go straight on with paint or colour or ink, it's kind of going to really soak it all up. So therefore what I want to do is I want to kind of prime it. So mixing a few of these up, I've got this grey colour that you'll see from up above here. Now Ben, I've mixed the black and the white together.
Okay.
What you could do is you could pop some white in, you can then add some any colour, any watercolour, anywhere you want to change the colour. For instance, you could bring maybe add the white and then bring some of our Spectrum Noir metallic red and you're going to mix it that way. You might want to bring in your sparkle colours into that one and change it that way. So you don't have to use another coloured gesso to change the colour.
Yeah.
As long as you're using kind of like the white as the base and then mix any other colour that you want. You know, if you've got your sparkle pens, squeeze the ink in and then pop it that way, mix it, you'll get that sort of colour. But I have just kept it the grey colour because I'm wanting to kind of look like a metallic, whether it is a metal, you know, it's hard to explain the metalworks that you get, the metalwork panels or shapes that you can get.
Yeah.
That's the aim that I'm going for.
You are splodging that as well, aren't you?
I am. I'm going straight over
Right
the
in
top.
there.
I'm not necessarily being neat or tidy with my brush strokes.
Yeah.
Because we've got the texture from the 3D embossing folder, the texture from the wooden shapes, as well as the dragonfly, we've got the button, we've got the, what else have we got in there? We've got the charm as well. And by kind of dabbing it like this, we get quite a bit of texture with the paintbrush.
Yeah.
And this is where, again, don't be careful, really go in, bend the wings back and get that coverage of the gesso underneath. And it's going to stabilise it once it's dry as well. So I'm getting that colour in, then you're going to leave this to dry. Now wait until Masterclass with Jan, because Jan's got lots of different powders, lots of different paints. She's got crackle paints as well, which are just awesome. So you can then be including them if you want. But what I'm going to do is once I'm happy with that coverage, I would then leave it to dry. So you'll get that sort of look.
Yeah.
And now to reiterate again, that could maybe just be the white, might just be black. You might mix your white with any other colours that you've got. Then, where's my kitchen roll? Here it is. If we then bring in one that I coated this morning and it's pretty much dry, which thankfully that's what I want. If I bring this one into place here, you'll see the sort of look that we are getting. Now we've still got a few rough edges around the edge. Either keep them like that, or if you've got sanding paper or a sanding block, I thought I had mine, but I obviously don't. What you can just do is go around the edge and sand them off. What I will do is, let's just use my scissors and scrape that edge off to give it a finer edge. Then what we can do is I'm going to come in with my metallic ink. So I'm going in with Spectrum Noir metallic ink here. And this is where we're going to do a bit of dry brushing, Ben.
Oh, okay.
So dry brushing is getting our ink onto our brush. So let's just swirl this around. And I am still a little bit wet into all these little nooks and crannies, but I'm not overly concerned. I'm still going to go with it. So I'm going to pop my paintbrush into the ink. This could be sparkle ink, aqua tint, anything like that, that's going to give a good coating over the top. Now what I'm doing is I'm getting as much of my paintbrush as I can. And then I'm literally going to be left with a dry consistency on my brush. And lightly, I'm going to go back and forwards. I'm even going to take as much more off if I can. And lightly, I'm going to flick all the way around.
That's lovely.
So we're going to go all the way around here. So by doing it lightly, it's picking up these swirls within the embossing folder. So we can then lightly go on. And I'm still using that one kind of dab of my paintbrush. I've not gone back and applied more. So we are going to keep going, always go around the edges, lightly dab into all these nooks and crannies as well. So I would really dab into the middle, because these middle bits are still a bit dry. I'm not going to, but you can. And then even then, if you want to still try and get as much more off, you will think that you've got so much off that you're not going to get any colour, and you will be surprised how much colour still comes off. So you can then, I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. So if we then come in, you might want to come in with any of the items that Jan's going to show you later on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some silver gilding wax here, and I'm actually going to do a little bit of a mix together with Renaissance gold. And I don't mean mix them together, I just mean do a bit of silver and then do a bit of Renaissance gold. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab some, and now what I'm going to do is what we would usually do onto our cards, and lightly with my finger, still try to get as much off as I can, I'm lightly flicking just along any of these raised areas. So we can then roughly go all the way around, picking them up. And if you still want to go in with your paintbrush, with your gilding wax, get that excess off, do a little bit of dry brushing again, you absolutely can do.
This is awesome, Craig.
It's giving you that real
So
metallic
cool.
look, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going in, keep going in, and I urge you to only put the tiniest bit of red or whatever colour you're using. Same with gilding wax, because it's dry brushing, you've got all of those tiny micron bits of colour within your brush that are left there that aren't enough to do a full coat on a product, but it is more than enough to still coat that bit with a dry brush.
Adam's asking how long it takes to dry.
As really, the only bit that you need to let dry is the gesso part.
Yeah.
Other than this would pretty much be dry within minutes, because you are literally putting on very, very little. Now, how, you know, it looks like, I can't think of the words, Ben, but a real metallic block, doesn't it? A metal block, something that you would find, you know, I don't know, and
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know.
I know exactly what you're trying to come up with, and I'm struggling to kind of think of the same thing as you. Someone will tell us. What does that remind you of?
Yeah, I know. I'm glad it's not just me. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Let us know in the comments.
And then what I'm doing now is, a lot of people would think you can't mix silver and gold or Renaissance gold, but what I am doing is I've already done the silver with the kind of dry brushing, and then now what I'm doing, even with the Renaissance gold, still lightly with my finger, I'm going to go around here. These are then going to look like the end of nails, or not the bullets, the rust. Oh, what's wrong with my words today?
Hey,
brads.
Brads, there you go.
Metallic brads.
I was up at 5 o'clock after pretty much a midnight finish. I don't know what your excuse is, Craig.
I started the 3-hour show for you.
By the way, if you didn't see Cartload last night, please go back and watch a little bit of it. Just for the, I say the outtakes, there weren't outtakes as they happened in the show, where Sarah decided to sort of break rank and jump in front of my camera, and then Craig decided that he was going to, he didn't want to get in front of the camera, so he crawled out of the studio on his hands and knees.
Yeah, you know what I'm like, any chance to get in front of that camera, I'll do it. I think what everyone loved as well, Ben, and again, as Ben said, if you've not seen it, do go back. Last night, here in the UK, Sarah was on the One Show, which is why I started off the show. Yeah. Now, because it was right next door, she was going on the show via technology. We had to be even more quiet than we usually are.
She said we were being too boisterous, didn't she?
So me and Ben, loving our shouty bits, had to whisper our shouty bits.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun, and you guys absolutely loved it.
It was a lot of fun and interesting for us to try and to be quieter than what we normally are. There's loads of love coming in for this demo, by the way. I'm so glad I'm tuning in, says Karen. I've heard of Gesso for quite a while, but don't know anything about it. Thanks, Craig, for the demo. And Jean just saying, I never know what to use when trying to do mixed media. Love the demonstration. And Samantha Wallace on Facebook saying, it's weird seeing Craig's glass mat getting messy.
Yeah. See, it's not so. It's something that I said at the start. I love to do a while back, but you know, busy life, busy working life gets in the way sometimes, and it's been really nice to do this little bit on Wake Up Call. But what I've done is I've finished now, still with the Renaissance gold, just going around the edges. Like that one, and that's all that I'm going to do. I could start to add more now into the corners that you can see here. So you can go into all these layers. You've got all these parts here. We've got the corners here as well. So layering them up using the chipboard, using the Dragonfly, which is just die cut cardstock. We're using some of the charms, extra pearls that you might have. If you've got old buttons, anything, old keys, anything within the drawers that you don't use, stick them on with your hot glue and then start to layer up as well. But hopefully you get the effect that I was looking for, and I very much have a rustic, and see how you're getting all of that 3D embossed detail all the way around.
Absolutely love this. Just before we move on, there's been a lot of questions coming in about how to keep your gilding wax pots from drying out. Have you got any tips on that? Because quite a few people have been asking.
Keep them closed. You know, make sure, I know that sounds really stupid.
Screw them on properly,
yeah? Make sure that they're screwed on. Obviously, I wouldn't say tight so you can't get them off again. But if you make sure that they are actually screwed on properly, if you're using them, and then you know that you're not going to need them for half an hour or something, just make sure that the lid's always on when you're not using them. Other than that, you know, they'll be absolutely good to go. Key thing, make sure the lid is absolutely securely on the top.
There you go. Any more questions you want to fire Craig's way, you can get those in on the usual channels on our socials on Facebook and YouTube. But loads of you have been loving that particular demo, so let's give you a little bit of a shopping list here and show you some of the pictures of things that you will be needing. The Dragonfly die that you saw as the centerpiece of that collection is from the Mini Element Dies collection, so you're going to get the Dragonfly, as you can see there, with the little birthday cake, with the flowers. These are perfect as well, of course, if you have only got your Gemini Mini, perfect size to be able to go through that machine. That's a heck of a deal today as well. £28 or $42 is the deal on that collection, saving $15.94 or $23.70. That wooden frame, if you want to get your hands on it, is from Sarah's Signature Rose Garden collection. You get the wooden frame and you get the corner pieces as well. 6 elements in total within that collection, and again, a super price on that, $7.19 or $8.95. The metal charms also available. This is Sarah's Signature Metal Charms collection. There are 20 there, and there are a whole host of different bits and pieces. As Craig was saying, it's the kind of thing that you want to have a little bit of a delve and a bit of a ferret around into your craft box, see if you can find bits and pieces like these. But if you haven't got them, you've got them there within that collection. Look at that price today, saving 75%, $2.49 or $3.47 is the deal on that, and that pretty much is everything that you will need. Yeah, and obviously, you know, choose your medium of paints and your waxes and all those kind of things, and inks. And again, if you love your mixed media, make sure you're watching 3 o'clock this afternoon. Jan will be here for a mixed media masterclass. That is not easy to say, I can tell you, but we're really looking forward to that. Absolutely, it will be great. Lots of love for that last demo. Laurie's just saying, quite fascinating going to try my hand on the foam flowers as I purchased a bundle yesterday.
Ben,
yes.
Do you know what you can do?
Yes.
You can make your flowers, add them to whatever you're doing, then cover that with gesso as well. That will make them rock hard as well. Then you can go to anything that you've got dimensional, you can stick on as well and do what I've done.
Mariah just saying, funny because I've been getting buttons in kits, but don't use them on cards much. Didn't think to colour them up and grunge them up. Yeah, I think again with mixed media, I don't think there's any limits really, is there, on what you can use and all the bits and pieces that you can use within mixed media. As I say, have a good look around your craft room, use up those bits and pieces that, you know, like Mariah, you're not quite sure what to do with. Get those into your mixed media. Lynn saying, amazing Craig, well done. You've given me the confidence to have a go at mixed media. Watch this spot. And Angela Muircroft on YouTube just saying, your make should be on the shelf for make of the week. I would definitely vote for it. We don't normally do one, do we, from Wake Up Call?
No, we don't.
Having said that, do you know what? Sarah last night said I was the boss. Can you believe that? I was the boss on Cartload, and it was my decision whether or not we put a Cartload demo up on the shelf, and we put one up there. So maybe we should put. Should we? You know what? I'm keeping the producer Georgina's just gone. I'm not getting involved. Yeah, we've had previous with that, haven't we? I'm going to stay the boss on the show, and Craig, because our lovely viewers want it, and Anne's saying what a great demo, Craig. I'm going to allow you to pop that demo up onto the Crafty Walk of Fame to be voted on Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know he's got more demos to come, but everyone's said how much they love that one. We're not having a vote on the show. We're not having a vote. I'm just saying, you know, because Sarah says I'm the boss. That's going up there. One question to you, Craig, before we move on to chat more. Karen wants to know how you can clean gesso from a glass mat.
See, as you said that, I was reading your comments as well, and I caught that one. I just used a baby wipe.
Is that what the noise was in the background earlier?
The baby. Baby wipe. Now, of course, if you, like many of us as well, you know, we are reducing the fact we're using baby wipes, but hot soapy cloth, anything like that, straight over the top, that's going to take off. It's really, really easy to clean off. Brilliant stuff.
There you go. Yes, and lots of people saying that demo should be on the Crafty Walk of Fame. So it's there. We've done it. We've done it. So well done. Keep those comments coming in on Facebook and on YouTube. And remember, of course, any comments that you make over the course of this show, and indeed all the other shows that we've got coming up over the course today, Masterclass and Colour Me Happy, then you will go into that draw later on to stand the chance of winning those prizes on National Craft Month. Another big bundle to go, and still another 5 days to win, isn't there? Is that 5 more days in March? Yeah, 5 more days in March. And of course, if you go to our website, you'll also find details on our sort of overarching prize giveaway, where you can win yourself a Gemini Pro with a rotating disc. Go to our website and make sure you fill in the details ready for that. We are ever giving here at Crafters TV. Right, let us move on. I'm loving the fact that you guys are so pleased that I've said that Craig's demo can now go on the Crafty Walk of Fame. I'm feeling good about myself today. I'm making good decisions for a Friday, aren't I? I like being the boss. This is great. So let us go over to Craig, who is over the other side of the studio, getting ready for another demo. What are you going to show us next, Craig?
So what I'm away to do now is we're then away to move on to our aqua pens. So we're going to do a little bit of colouring when it comes to these ones now. So what I'm using is, I'm using a couple from the primary set. And what I'm also doing is I've taken a square from our 9x12 watercolour cardstock. So this is just a piece of the cardstock from the accessories, and I'm going to be using our aqua markers. So what I'm also doing from the accessories, using the number 3 brush, I'm also bringing in our little tray here, and I'm also then going to use a little bit of a spritz afterwards as well. Or I say afterwards, we'll use it to show how you can mop up any excess ink. So what I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to bring in the Brighten My Day stamp set. Always like to make sure you guys know which additional set that I am using, because I know many ask afterwards, and it is on our website if you wanted to check it out. So what I'm doing is I'm popping it onto my small stamping platform, and I'm using our waterproof ink pad, and it just so happens I'm using Flagstone for this one. Let's bring in our stamping mat as well, bringing in our watercolour card, so we can then stamp. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stamp to this corner here, and then you can come along and you can do bits of masking techniques and that. What I want to do is I'm wanting to add these leaves here. So if I bring this leaf in, what I'm going to do is kind of a little bit of a well, actually, no, tell you what, let's just do it to show you very quickly. Now, you can use your temporary adhesive spray, or what you can do is get some of these inexpensive notelets that've got a tacky edge to them. Now, my tacky edge is on this side here, so I'm going to stamp my remaining ink onto my edge here. Now, I know that's actually very light for you to see. I can see it, but so that you can understand where I'm going with this, let's re-stamp it again. So I'm going to stamp that over to the side here. So what I'm then going to do, I'm not worried about the inside because it's only the outside that I need. So what I'm going to do is if I then bring in my tiny little scissors. Can I just say thank you so much for the comments for that mixed media bits. It's gone crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Do you know what I found recently, right? That you kind of started the craze again on scrapbooking when you did a scrapbook demo a while back, and then loads of people have loved all the scrapbooking demos that we've seen since. And it kind of seems to me as well, we're doing a lot more mixed media bits and pieces. I know Jan has done some, we're doing some more later. You're doing some mixed media right now. It seems like sort of scrapbooking and mixed media, people want to see a little bit more of that, don't they?
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I know for so long, many have wanted to see more and more scrapbooking for the simple reason is you guys stateside, you do more scrapbooking than cards, and when you do cards you do more smaller cards.
Yeah.
Here in the UK we do more card making than we do scrapbooking, and we tend to go sometimes for a medium kind of size, for instance 6x6, 7x7, 8x8. But I know for you guys in the States, you don't actually, well, I'm not going to say you definitely don't, but I know from talking to you on social media, a lot of you, wherever you are, don't get 7x7 card blanks. So what you need to do is either make your own and then make your own envelopes to go with them, which isn't a bad thing because you've got your Ultimate Pro, but here in the UK, they're very easy to get a hold of. So by bringing in that scrapbooking, I knew many people would adore to see more scrapbooking, which obviously between myself and Jan and
Me, I did some.
You done some,
Yeah.
and Sarah done some as well. But I know there's lots of people out there that loves mixed media, but I didn't actually realise how much until this morning, how much you are absolutely loving the thought of more mixed media. So straight away, absolutely tune in to Jan later on, because you're going to get lots of other ideas as well when it comes to mixed media. So now I've cut around my little post-it, or my little notelet that's got a sticky edge to it. So I'm going to hold that into place. What I'm then going to do now at this point is let's bring in our little leaf stamp. Now you do get, as I said at the start, you do get your temporary sprays that you could use, or you do get masking sheets or your Pebeo drawn gum. But if you want to do a little bit of masking, then this is a nice, quick and inexpensive way as well, by using your inexpensive post-it notes. So let's do another one there. So if I then go to remove this, what happens now is you're left with the leaves in the back. So you've got that really nice 3D look.
That's a great effect.
It's a really good effect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really good effect.
Producer Georgina liked that. Did you hear her then?
I did, yeah.
Oh my days! She just said.
And that's why it's not essential that the image is perfect, as long as you can see the outside edge. And that's why usually once I've done the first impression, I will then stamp straight on, because you just need enough so you can see the outside edge. Then what I do with them is I keep a hold of them and actually just stick them into the back of my packaging and use them wherever I need them. So then we're going to go in with the magenta on this one. And what I'm going to do is use my glass mat. And what I've also done is I've popped some water into my tray here. Now this is a good mixing tray if you're wanting to mix colours together, good for your mixed media as well, but I'm popping it in just with some water. And then using the small brush from the accessory kit, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start to pull into the colour into the main bases of the petals. I'm going to dab some of that excess off, get some of that colour off, and then I'm going to start to pull out the remaining colour. So I'm going to go back in and start to pull it all the way out. So what happens, Ben, is you get that darkness into where the stamen part is, and you get lighter and lighter. If you want, once it's dried a little bit, you can come back and add a little bit more depth to it, if you've got that option. And I'm going to go in, taking away some of that extra colour, bopping it back into my water, and then pulling all of this out, so we can then really start to pull it out here. You can then go in, as I said a moment ago, you can go in with a little bit more colour, and you can start to follow down the veinage of any of the petals, the veins of the petals.
Yeah. How much mixed media do you do in your own sort of time at home when you get a chance?
It's been Do you know something? If I put my hand on my heart, I've not done any since I've joined Crafter's Companion.
Wow.
Only because, you know, I am literally living the dream as it is.
Yeah.
But with living the dream, you know, it's been busy on here and Facebook Lives and that. So being able to do that over the last couple of days, because there's a few of these parts I had to prep a couple of bits so that I was ready to show you the full lot at once. And it was so lovely to actually start to do it. You know, I've got a really a good friend, Lynette Jasper, who she has a mixed media company, and a lot of her products as well as the ones we are using on Crafters TV today, really make it easy to do your mixed media, and it's fun.
So this has been great for you then, hasn't it? Because as you say, you're so busy, and I know you're obviously here presenting, you've got your show, and you're obviously getting loads of bits and pieces ready for the show. So it's not often, I guess, that you get the chance to actually sit down and craft for yourself. So the fact that you've been able to do a bit of this mixed media for the show has obviously been quite nice for you, seeing as you haven't had the chance to do it for yourself.
That's right. And do you know what's good as well? And what's really good, things along the lines of colouring, cross-stitching. If you do things like your crystal art, anything like that, mixed media, you don't have to think. Pile it all on. Pile it all on, and you will, to start with, once you start to layer it all up. So the way I done mine, before I put the gesso on, you think, oh my gosh, that looks a bit of a mix mash, and I don't know if I like that. Keep going with it, cover it with gesso. You're still going to think, don't know about that. But then come in with your shimmer sprays from Hunky Dory. Come in with the products that we've got on the show today. Start to do dry brushing. Highly recommend dry brushing. Very easy. Get as much of the ink or liquid off your brush as possible, and then light-handedly brush over the top, and it just starts to build up. It looks phenomenal. You get an incredible look. I chose to go around the greys, the metallic looks, but you can go bright and vibrant and bold. It's such an absolute pleasing craft to do.
So many lovely comments still coming in, by the way. Loads of love for the mixed media. Dan just saying on Facebook, love scrapbooking and mixed media. Pamela Evans, mixed media is so much fun. I'm glad you and Jan are bringing it in today, Craig. Therese on YouTube just saying, when I started, I wanted to do mixed media, but there was so little of it here. I then stumbled into card making, but would love to combine them. Mixed media cards, perfect. Says Therese. And Suzette Sue's just saying, this is amazing. Learning more about mixed media, as I have a lot of stuff and I'm not sure what to do with it. I like the gesso, so very happy that this is the focus today. Yes, you're going to see a lot of mixed media throughout the day today, particularly on Masterclass in just a little while. We've got some questions coming in. You up for a couple of questions?
Go for it, yeah.
Nefertiti on Facebook says, I have a question. Could the drawing gum be used for the masking? Just trying to figure out how to use the drawing gum since I have 2 pots of it.
Of course you can, yep. So the way that you'd originally do the masking is either with the drawing gum or with the masking sheets. So all that you would do is stamp your image, then you would paint your drawing gum over the actual petal, let it dry, stamp your leaves, and then rub off that excess drawing gum. So 9 times out of 10, I either use the drawing gum or masking sheets. It's the same way. I was just showing you because I had some sticky notes at the side of me, and a really easy way to do it if you don't have drawing gum.
There you go, Nefertiti. Dawn on Facebook just saying, sorry I missed the start because I was typing. What stamp pad did you use to stamp the image, please, Craig?
On this one here. This one was the Brighten My Day. So I used Brighten My Day, so a nice open floral design for you to then colour in.
Excellent. And Aisha on Facebook just saying, in reference to why they make smaller cards, it's because the postage on larger cards is so ridiculous.
To be fair, it is here in the UK as well. But I think many, and they do simply what I do, if I make a really nice card for a friend or family, what I do, Ben, is if I hand deliver them. If I can, I won't just send the card as it is. What I'll tend to do, 9 times out of 10, if I'm posting it, I'm posting the gift as well.
Yeah.
So what I do is I obviously package the gift and put the card in with that one. But honestly, our postage here in the UK is not great either, cost-wise. So always think of it that way. Pop it into a parcel or a package. But I understand why you only do smaller cards.
I don't post a lot of stuff generally, but I was surprised to learn how much a first-class stamp here is in the UK now. I was still living off the fact that a first-class stamp was about 19p. But that was sort of like in 1989 though. It's about 90p a first-class stamp now. It is, I think it's 96 pence.
It's about that, isn't it?
It's 96 pence here in the UK for first class. And they measure it all differently as well, don't they? Because you could post something which was sort of A4 size and quite flat, but if it doesn't go through, they have like the pretend post boxes, don't they, in the post office?
I've got one at home.
Oh, have you?
It's about A4 in size, and it's just a thin bit of plastic, but what it is it's got all the little gaps, all the little aperture bits, so I can, before I post a card of that, I can try it through the gap, and it tells you on it, if it's A4, how much it would be, etc, etc. An actual, like Royal Mail here in the UK, it's actually one of theirs. I know you can buy them online and that, so that's what I use.
Quite useful, so you can get an idea how much it is going to cost you to send them.
Yeah. So that you don't end up going to the counter and say, can I post this please? And they go, yeah, that'll be £3.99. You're like, what? And it's like, what do you say? You just go, nah, you're all right, mate, you're fine, I'll just leave it, And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, contactless. So yeah, but absolutely. But then look how this one's coming along, Ben. So this would be good for a topper of a little small card if you want. Then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to bring in one of the other colours that's in the bundle. I can't remember which pack it's from, but it's in the bundle. And this one is slate. So what I'm doing is I'm really laying down that grey here. And what I'm going to do is I'm really inking this up and getting that water in, diluting it down. And then I'm going to do what I always do with my alcohol inking, Ben. And that is very roughly, I'm going to go around the edges with the grey.
Does this help just to sort of pop it a bit more?
It does. It really, really does. I'm not being precise, but as you say, it makes it stand out that little bit more.
I know you've moved on to a different colour, but Diane was just asking, could you let her know what colour you used to colour the flower?
So it was magenta.
Fine.
Magenta, so I used them. Both of them, the magenta and the sea green, was from the, I want to say Brights, definitely from the Sex, that's where I used it from the set that's on the show. And this one is slate. Just to go around the edges here, and it will dull very, very slightly. But it's a nice way to create a little tag, maybe a little topper for a card. You could start to decoupage it if you want. But then there we go. Look at that fat, so you can see how lovely that one looks. And it looks, and see how that grey, you can blend that grey out a little bit more if you want, but it just makes it stand out, doesn't it? It makes it look as though it's already got that 3D element to it. But that has been used in our Spectrum Noir, our Aqua Marker collection, 48 elements in total, £68 here in the UK, $89 for you guys stateside. That is then going to be coming up later on today on Colour Me Happy, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. Ben.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming in. It's safe to say that you have really enjoyed the show so far. You've really enjoyed the Mixed Media project. And like we said, if you are staying with us today, which we hope you're doing, then from 3 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. East Coast, isn't it now? You can join us for our Mixed Media Masterclass. Jan will be here. Yeah, I had to think about the time for just a second because the clocks here in the UK go forward at the weekend, so we'll go back to what it was before and it will get even more confusing. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Jean on Facebook is saying, beautiful stamp to start, but exquisite when Craig finishes his magic. And Anne on Facebook saying, I've sent my daughter presents just so I could justify the card being mailed in a box. Keep those questions and comments coming in. We'll be flipping over to Craft Vault in just a little while. Oh, here we go. In fact, yes, we've got a little drop down here, which will show you all of the different times. Is this for me? Oh, from Sunday. So there we go. Spring UK Daylight Savings. Spring forward. I love that. You see, spring forward, and it's fall back. Yeah. I was having a chat with my dad a couple of days ago, and he was saying about the weekend. He said, "Oh, at least you get an extra hour in bed." So what are you talking about? The clocks go forward, and he's like, "Yeah, you get an extra hour in bed." No, the clocks go forward, so you lose an hour, don't you? Obviously, what's the other
Obviously, yeah.
So these are the times as of Sunday. So 12 o'clock is 7 o'clock. Yes, 3 o'clock is 10 o'clock. So 7 a.m. Eastern time for softer side. And then 3 o'clock will be, 10 a.m. Eastern time for craft class. The Totally Tiffany takeover. And then on Sunday, Second Chance Sunday, 7 o'clock here will be 2 o'clock Eastern time. I'm just glad that I've got all of that sorted. Right. Craig is ready to do his final demo. Just one question here from Suzette Suze, who says, after you watercolour the flower, can you use your colour blend crayons to brighten it up if you wanted to?
Absolutely, you can. You
Good.
can 100% do that if you so wish.
All right. You've got the final demo to do. So this is one you're just hopefully going to squeeze in the next, well, you've got 4.5 minutes.
I am, yeah. So I thought what we'll do is let's bring in our 3D embossing folders. So I'm going to run this one through. So with a 3D base cutting plate, magnetic and then plastic shim. Let me move that out the way that we created at the start. Then what I have done, something that you guys have been screaming out for quite some time now, coming up in the mixed media show is some glitter paste. So we're going to be using this. So you may be familiar with going over your impression with some ink. But what we can then do as well, we can then bring in any of it. Look at this one, gorgeous. What one's this one that's coming up? Lilac blush on this one here. And I actually, very mixed media smell in that one there.
Not supposed to sniff it, are you?
No,
I don't think.
no, you're not.
No.
Now you're going to come in with, like, for things like this, your stencils and start to use them. But do you know what? It's mixed media, so I like to go in even with my fingers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab into all of these components. Although I've still got like pink onto my fingers, but they're coming through.
Is that easy to get off?
Oh yeah, gosh, yeah, yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm only going to pick out tiny little bits, and then I'm only going to do this corner. And what it's doing is it's picking up onto the 3D raised areas. I am kind of pushing it in the direction, and you're getting kind of like a cluster of the glitter paste. And then, so you'll be able, I know it's obviously hard to see because it's on the white, but you can see how you've got that fine edge when it comes to the 3D embossed detail. But if you've got the big spatula for mixed media, you can start to spread and paste and pick up all of the layers if you wanted to. That's just a very quick idea as to what you can be doing when it comes to your 3D elements, and even when it comes to your sparkle pastes, which are coming up in Masterclass.
Yeah, lots of mixed media goodies coming up in Masterclass from 3 o'clock. And I think we're just about done.
Just about. Absolutely, I think so. So the day in tow for you is coming up, as Ben just said. Next we've got Craft Vault coming up, so don't go far. We're staying here. I'm staying here. Ben's going to the kitchen. Then what we've got is with Jan for the remainder of the day, it's going to be Masterclass. So you can see it right there, 3 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern time, or you guys 8 a.m. on the Pacific side. So that is all about mixed media. It's going to be phenomenal. Then both Jan and Ben are going to end the day this Friday with a Colour Me Happy, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 12 noon Pacific time. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I'm actually off for the weekend after Craft Vault. I'll be back with you on Monday, where we're going to do it all over again. In the meantime, if you know nothing about Club Inspire and you're like, I want extra discounts, here's the boss herself to tell you more.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. It is time for Craft Vault. Half an hour where we bring you some amazing deals. It's quick fire, it's fast, it's furious. We chuck in loads of demos for you as well, and we give you the opportunity to get your hands on some amazing deals. What I love about today's Craft Vault is that we've popped some bundles together for you, and within those bundles, you've got freebies. I love it when we do this, so you'll get a couple of items, get the third one for free. That kind of thing going on the show today, so lots of reasons to shop on this show. Once again, I'm not on my own. If you have just joined us, I will be here with you for the next half an hour with the lovely Craig. Morning again.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Afternoon, morning. I'm very well. Looking forward to today. I know Craig's looking forward to today as well, because he's just said what he's doing this afternoon, putting his feet up and watching TV for the rest of the day, apparently. All right for some. All right for some. Let us get cracking then. So item number one on the show is the Sorrow Signature Card and Vellum collection. 72 sheets in total, as you are seeing here. And the great thing about this collection is that you are going to get your gorgeous vellum. You're also going to get your matte mirror card. And then on top of that, you're getting your mirror card pack for free. It is absolutely gorgeous, is this collection. 72 sheets in total. For $22.98 or $31.90, saving over 25%, as I say, because it works out that you're getting that collection for free today. Now, also on the show this afternoon, we have got, can you believe this, the Knitwit collection, Bloom and Grace. What I love about this particularly is the fact that you're going to get some stamps and dies, you're going to get some stamps, and you are going to get the 72 sheet 12 by 12 pad 2. So the way that this works out is that you're going to get your gorgeous stamp and die set. I can't believe we're doing this deal on this. So you've got your Bloom with Grace stamp and die set. So again, with these, it gives you the ability to be able to stamp out your image. You're then able to cut out your image with the dies included as well. And then on top of that, you've also got your stamp sentiments. And again, these are absolutely gorgeous. Stamps for kind of, you know, every occasion really, not necessarily sort of birthday specific or, you know, anniversary specific. You've got things like, you make my heart smile, your kindness makes such a difference, and sending love your way. So those two you get within this collection. And then on top of that, it works out that we are bunging in the 12 by 12 die cut topper pad for free. Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. You are not paying for this. This is worth £17 or $20. When did this launch? Literally a few weeks ago, and you are getting this for free. Was it late January?
It's late January,
well,
yeah.
Well, it is just, by the way, you will get a full pack. Well, you're not going to get one that's kind of got bits and bits. Craig!
Don't even go there. Don't even start.
Craig! But the point is, you have got so many pages of you know, items to kind of embellish with. You've got sentiments in there too. You've got borders in there, literally page to page, stacked full of stacked full of these gorgeous die-cut toppers. You've got numbers, Craig. You've got numbers in there.
Can I tell you something?
You've got
Ben?
letters in there. Yes.
I launched this on HSN in January, and I come to the first live show, it had sold out the main bundle. So I only had small elements. That's how popular it's been.
I honestly, I can't believe that we've got this on this show. That's your freebie as well. $27.98 or $32.90 for the Nitwit Bloom with Grace mini collection. And again, that's the great thing. If you've liked the idea of the Nitwits and you couldn't stretch to the full collection, you can go for this collection because you're only paying for 2 of the 3 elements, which is amazing. Now, also on the show, if you love Lee Holland, you'll love this deal. The Lee Holland stamp set. Again, this is a couple of the stamps that you've got kind of from the full collection. But again, what I love about this is it allows you to sort of dip your toe into the water to get your hands on this deal. So within this collection, you've got the love and thank you stamp. So here we go. There's that gorgeous thank you. So cute. The imagery is amazing. And the sentiments again are absolutely beautiful with this. You've got your thank you. There's your with love. Always one of the most popular stamps from the collection. And then you're also going to get within this bundle your Spectrum Noir ink pad included as well. That one is your Noir Black, and it actually works out. I always think with these, well, you're going to get the ink pad for free. No, the way that this works out is that you're actually going to get that stamp, the thank you stamp, as your freebie. Look at that price, $12.98 or $16.90 is the deal, saving over 35% on that full collection. There you go. Get those into your basket while you've got chance, because we expect it to be another busy show. Right, let us get on over to Craig. Just before we do, Dawn saying, let's go, open the vault. I spy Nitwit and I love it, says Hadassah. I know, right? I love this Nitwit set. It's beautiful, says Monica. And our little sandbox on YouTube just saying, Vault is all about them deals, signature card and vellum, the Nitwit, Bloom and Grace. Yes, get your deals whilst they are here, but let's go over to the other side of the studio and see what we are going to be demoing with. Are you doing the Lee Holland stamp?
I am, yeah. I'm going to use the thank you. So let's do a bit of stamping. We'll do a little bit of colouring as well. I'm using my large stamping platform, but of course it will go onto any of them. Might be a little bit too tight for the small 4x4. Let's have a look. Yeah, you would do it at an angle. So I would say absolutely your best one is either your 6x6 or your Rocker Blocks, or if you've got this one, it's going to be absolutely perfect. So what I'm doing is I'm using alcohol-proof ink pad for this one here, using Noir Black. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that so it's nestled nicely into place. And then I'm going to stamp. So if I press that all in, but then what I'm going to do is, even then, see how we've missed these bits here and here? This is the great thing with having our actual stamps, is by re-inking. And if you miss any bits, you can nestle it back into all its little feet holders. And then we can press. We can go into all these additional wee bits here. And then I can come back and we can see how we've got that nice bolder outline that we've got on that one. So what I can then do, so if I just set these bits to the side for the time being, let's bring in a piece of cardstock, because we'll do a little bit of colouring. I want a little bit of scrap, I don't want that nice new bit. There we go. So I'm going to pop that one under, and I'm going to use my tri-blends. Tri-blends are usually always the first ones I'll tend to go to. And let's go into magenta blend here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lightest tone. Now because I'm going to focus on this parcel here, so I want the darkness of the parcel to be on the left and the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lightest tone. I'm going to bring all of these bits here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in with the light tone, roughly about 2/3 of the way in. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to just make sure that I get a good coverage. And then what I'm going to do is I can then go back. So I'm now going over to the deep side. I know it's not about tri-blends, but very quickly, if you're new to them, it's the one colour family, but what you've got the light, the dark, and the medium all in one pen. So I've done the light tone. So now what I'm actually going to do is let's go where I want it to be quite dark. So I'm going to do that down the corner, Ben, down the side. And then at this point, I'm happy enough with just that amount. I can then go into the lightest blend. And only where the two colours cross over, circular motions, I'm going to blend.
That noise, by the way, is a good noise, right? I mean, it's not a good noise because I've just learned that it goes right through producer Georgina, but that's the noise that you want to hear, right? Even though I think you might be over-egging the pudding just a little bit to wind Georgina up right now.
Just to get that nice saturation,
No
that
answer.
colour.
No answer. He won't admit to it, but we all know why he's doing it. Yep.
And I'm going back and I'm doing it again.
He's still not admitting it. This is brilliant.
Doing it again with the light, just blending them out.
Yeah.
Now this is something I've been doing over just maybe the last few days or so, and I'm going to share it with you. We do say don't go back over the full image with the lighter tone, because what happens is alcohol, so it's going to bleach out the colour. But what I've been finding is very quickly, if I go over the full image with the lightest tone, then what just happens that little bit more, it just blends it out that little bit. If I was to go really heavy-handed with this light tone, it's going to bleach out that dark shade that I've done.
Yeah.
Already, can we see how we've got that little bit extra shape to the side of the parcel? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. Lots a little bit more detail here. I'm repeating what I've done on the right side, and I'm going to do it on the left side, so then we'll end up with a curvature of shape. And then I'm going to come in to here, picking out these little bits, and then I can go back in. Can't do it the same just on small detail, can I? Overblend, into here. Then what I can do, apparently my mic's been muted now.
Oh dear, you're going to be on the naughty step because you're messing around. Talking about on the naughty step, Hadassah says, Ben, you are cruising to get your name placed on the Blame Craig watch list. I'm starting to think you are the suspect behind all the blame. I'm not. I'm just winding him up. I try and stick up for him.
You keep saying that.
Or do I?
Or do you?
No, do you know what? I do notice that you do get a lot of blame for stuff.
I was sitting yesterday, I finished my shows yesterday, I went home to prep the mixed media, watching you and Sarah do the Spring Flower Forming launch, which, by the way, was simply unbelievably amazing.
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really good show. But all I kept hearing is, every now and again, I'd have my head down doing what I was doing, watching every now and again. All that, and I would just hear this, Craig. I was like, what am I getting blamed for now? I think do you know what? It started off, I think, as everyone was blaming you seriously, and now I think it's just become a bit of a running gag here at Crafters TV. So I think it's like, if something's gone wrong, blame Craig. Although producer Georgina's just saying, I'm blaming whoever I saw use it last. But I think I like the Craig game. So there we are. Yeah, you like the Craig game. Lots of love for these Lee Holland stamps, by the way. Karen saying, love these stamps. Those Lee Holland stamps are so cute, says Joanne Talbot. And Kathy Richards on YouTube. Love the Lee Holland collection. And my granddaughter loves to colour or paint them too. She's all about dragons these days. That's super cute. And that is also brilliant, the fact that you've got your granddaughter involved with crafting as well. Love the tri-blend, says Amy. I have other markers, but I always reach for these with their built-in shading. I love the fact as well with the Lee Holland stamps. They are that cute, aren't they? Who was it who was saying? Yeah, Kathy. Great stamps to get the kids involved, to get the grandkids into crafting as well. They've got that appeal. And I just love the fact that, you can take your cardstock, stamp out the image, and just give it to the kids, and off you go, and let them have fun with it. As much as you can have fun crafting and making all of your projects, the kids can get involved with these as well. And as I say, they're the kind of images that I think will really appeal. It's all about the dragons these days, isn't it? Dragons and unicorns and fairies and stags.
What?
Stags.
Stags, yes, and mermaids. So yeah, a really, really cool collection to have. Love that. Now look at that simple bit of colouring. I showed you how I done the base of the present, then I've just done the top of it by adding that little bit of dark shade into each panel, blending them out, so you can see you're still getting that real roundness to them. Really love these stamps, really love them. That collection, of course, is your Lee Holland collection. You're going to get one of your ink pads with that included as well, so you can see there it comes with your ink pad, your Finesse Alcohol Proof Noir Black. then the way that the deal works out, I look at that and think, well, you must be getting the ink pad for free. No, the way that it works out is that you're getting the thank you stamp for free. That's why the price is so low, $12.98 or $16.90. There's your thank you stamp. That's your freebie, which you were seeing just a few seconds ago there. And the other one that you're also going to get included is Gorgeous with Love. Gorgeous. $12.98 or $16.90, saving over 35% is the deal on that one. Right. Will you two behave? I'm sorry. Behave over there. Stop messing about, and Georgina, stop crunching in our ears. Seriously, Georgina and Craig are winding each other up today, and seeing as I've got the mantle of the boss, I'm stepping in. Stop it, and stop it. It says something when I have to step in, doesn't it, to tell people to stop misbehaving. Moving swiftly on. Now, the Paper Boutique. We've got the Floral Days paper collection. I'm loving the fact that we've got some Paper Boutique goodies on the show. Absolutely gorgeous is this. And you're going to get an embellishment pad, decorative papers, and you've also got within this collection your paper kit included too. It works out that you get your embellishment pad for free, but take a look in here. Let's show you the decorative papers first of all. 36 sheets in here, 6 designs, and if you've not seen Paper Boutique goodies before, what you will love about this is that you get so many beautiful papers, so many beautiful colours, and the fact that everything coordinates absolutely beautifully. But then you also get, with all of these papers and the embellishment shot I'll show you in just a second, you get gorgeous toppers to go with as well. So as far as kind of like a full sort of card making collection goes, you've got everything that you need right here. So that is your gorgeous paper collection, your decorative papers, 36 sheets, 6 designs, really lovely colours as well, aren't they? As we head into springtime, summertime, if you're wanting more sort of brighter floral elements, you've got that within that collection there. On top of your decorative papers, you're going to get these gorgeous toppers. And again with this, super brilliant if you are brand new, because of course you've got all the papers there. You've then got the toppers which will simply pop out of the cardstock too, and it all matches up absolutely beautifully with your decorative papers. What I love about this as well is that some of these you've got just the plain image, but then others you've got your sentiments included as well, with all my love, wishing you an amazing fun birthday. Some of these you've got in squares. You can see as well down the side of the actual cardstock itself, you've got even more sentiments that you can use there too. As we go through, you'll see not only have we got beautiful florals in the square design, but then you've also got some of your circular designs as well. So no matter what type of card, you've got something for every occasion. May magical moments fill your special day. Just absolutely beautiful. And that's not it for $17.98 or $25.98, because we're going to throw in for free your embellishment pad as well, which is this one here. And this again is amazing. When you think there are 36 sheets here, 6 designs of each, but then as we look through that first page there, for example, I mean, how many? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 different sentiments that you've got there. So get snipping into these pages and get crafting. Things on this page like be your own kind of beautiful. Happy birthday, my friend. Life is too short to not live it up a little. Some really gorgeous sentiments in here. Again, more to be snipping into. You've got some beautiful starting points for your cards right there. 4 on that page. Again, look here. You've got sort of borders included. You've got a little embellishment. More of those sentiments included too. More borders on this page. So much snippability. So as much as there are 36 sheets within this collection, you can see just how far these paper pads really do go. And as I've said, if you want bright colours, bold colours and florals for your crafting right now, you could do far worse than this collection. The fact is, that is $17.98 or $25.98. Take a look at that. That is the full deal right for you there. I love it. 140 sheets in total. If you want to pop that into your basket today, prices on your screen right there. Right, let's get across. We'll do some more comments in just a few moments' time. But let's have a look at the Paper Boutique Floral Days collection with Craig. This is a lovely, lovely paper collection, isn't it?
Lovely. It really is gorgeous with this one. And it's one that it's a brand, a collection that I do know and I know quite well. It's not one I use a lot of. So to actually have it here, have a bit of a play. But to show you how you can make simple cards, I've got 2 very, very quick demos to show you. So I've taken 5x5 card blank. I've then cut one of these layers here down to 5.5 by 5.5, but it's to show you how you can still use the pattern paper, Ben, as your mats and layers. You don't have to use bold colours for the layers. So what I've done is going round the edges with my tape runner. You may want to gut that centre out, that's entirely up to yourself, but I'm then going to press this one. We're going to go onto our card blank with this one here. That can then go into place. Then what we can do is we can take one of the toppers that you've got. Now you've got die cut toppers in square, you've also got them in circles as well. So what we can then do is we can take another piece of that background that we've done and use this as a matting layer. So we can pop this one on with a couple of pads. Of course, keep it flat if you want to, but I am going to pop some pads on. Then what I've done is I've taken a couple of flowers that Sarah made yesterday with a flower forming foam.
Yes.
I'm not going to stick them down because it's actually from a project she's done, so I'll need to pop them back. But if we pop that into the middle and then take a couple of flowers and dot them in, how lovely does that look? Really quick and simple card.
Wow, that was quick.
Really quick. Now, yes, I had those layers already cut out.
Even so.
The sentiment, that's just die cut, that square just pops out. Then what I've done, the remaining bits of the pattern papers that are from the back, I have stuck them together with my low tack tape. So I've just done them together in strips. Already cut this to 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then I am going to bring in an additional colour for a layer, and that is black. And this is then to show you how well black works really well.
Wow.
So I'm going to pop that one in, and then this one. So my black layer, although I usually do 1/4 inch increments, this isn't quite a 1/4 inch, it's even smaller because I wanted that fine layer. And I wanted to show you how you can make a card without any additional cardstock. Yes, we did add the flowers, but you can make a card without it. Or you can come along with black or fuchsia or purple or any other colours and use that. Then what I've done within the embellishment pad, you've got all of these different sort of sizes and shapes and looks of toppers. So I've taken this one. If I then pop this onto also a piece of card, and I'm having a look at the flower. It's more pleasing on my eye. What I'm going to do is press that in. It's not actually fully square, and that will, you know me, Ben, that's going to bug me.
Always the perfectionist.
So let's trim that black layer so we've got that nice fine layer. Once again, what I would do is come along and let's pop a couple of pads, and I am only doing a few for time and speed. This can then go on to that layer that we've done. So take these ones off. If we bring this one back in, I'm going to pop it dead central. Within that embellishment bit, you've got all these, now it's a full 8x8 sheet with lots of different sentiments, and you can just chop them down as to whichever one that you want. So chopped it down, I've popped that onto a little bit of black. So I thought what I could then do is if I pop a bit of foam pad onto this one here, and then if I bring those flowers in again, so let's take this one and this one, I'm going to pop it to the side so it's just off the edge here. Then you can bring in any of your flower forming. It could be your paper flowers, could be your handmade paper flowers, but very simple. And once again, yes, I have already cut the layers down, but look how well that comes together and really quickly as well.
I love this collection. And also don't forget, of course, I know Mother's Day has obviously gone here in the UK, but with Mother's Day still to come in the US, I think it's May, isn't it? This is the kind of collection I think that really lends itself to that kind of card project. Lily just saying, I thought I spied Paper Boutique. I love this company. Please give them a try if you haven't tried them already. And how pretty, says Hadassah, is the Paper Boutique collection. Very pretty. This is a great price, says EB on YouTube. For the whole bundle, and it just says in block capital letters, mine. I think that means you're going to jump in and grab it. Samantha is saying, love these, didn't realise you sold them. Always got this brand from another store, but yay, getting from you for extra points now. Ha ha. Let me show you this collection once again, because it is that gorgeous. It really, really, truly is. So your decorative papers, you've got 36 sheets in here, 6 designs, 6 of each. So again, you've got the whole thing of these being able to match up for you, as Craig was saying. So kind of all of the hard work has been done for you. If you're ever kind of worried about what works with what, you don't have to worry, because you've got 6 beautiful designs 6 times over within this particular paper pad, which all will match beautifully together. Those will then also match beautifully with your toppers. And, you know, as we pointed out and as Craig was reiterating, with these, again, they're die cut, they're ready to go, simply they're just going to pop out of the cardstock for you. You've got some with the sentiments included as well, like this one here with All My Love, but then you've got ones with just the imagery on, and then again, even more for the fact that you've got the little sentiments included up the side as well. Plenty of sheets to be going with, not only in the square, but then you've got the circular elements there as well, with a couple on each of the pages. With the sentiment on, and then you've got a couple without. So again, ultimate versatility as far as those are concerned. Really pretty, love the colours. And then it's this embellishment pad, which really finishes off the collection too. And the embellishment pad is your freebie within this collection. Can you believe? And like Craig was saying again, you've got that page there, for example. There are, what did we say, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 different sentiments there. Good maths by me. Thanks, George. And then as we go to the next page, again, you've got 4 different designs right there if you want to snip into these. Again, here you've got beautiful borders to be working with. Look at this page here again. Talk about snippability. Talk about loads of different pieces that you can use within that page. And that's what you've got right throughout this. Plenty of craftability. The fact that it uses all of these beautiful colours, all of these gorgeous florals, and the fact that they all work perfectly together, that is why these have been flying out of the door, and that is why I am now going to tell you that these are now
limited stock, which means green on the screen, which means
they soon won't be seen. I let him do that because he let me do his hello thing earlier on Wake Up Call. We're all friends again here. We're one big happy family. We're all one big happy family most of the time. That's going to sell out. You've got to grab it whilst it's here because it's flying out the door. The Knitwit collection is also proving uber popular, right? Because we've bought some of the wonderful elements from the Knitwit Bloom with Grace collection, and we're giving you elements of this for free. So what you're going to get within this mini collection is the gorgeous stamp and die set. So you've got the gorgeous floral detailing there, gorgeous stamps. Then you've got the dies to be able to cut those out, and you've got your sentiments included as well. So uber versatile. Then on top of that, we're going to give you your Bloom with Grace stamp set sentiments. So things like happy anniversary, things like your kindness makes such a difference, and without change, there would be no butterflies. Just a few of the sentiments that you get within this collection. £27.98 or £32.90. Decent, right? Decent, but not as decent as then getting your die cut topper pad for free. 12 by 12, 250 GSM. Take a look at, I mean, I've never seen anything so gorgeous as that. Butterflies and swans with flowers inside. I just think those are something so very different. And as we go through, you can see you've got plenty there. You've got sentiments, you've got more glorious butterflies, you've got embellishments included in there too. Literally every page is filled with die-cut topper goodness. You've got borders in there, you've got little tags included in there as well. You've got all of your numbers for personalization. You've got all of your letters for even more personalization. I love the little button embellishment that you've got there too. Can you believe that you're getting that for free within this collection? No, neither can I. That lot is £27.98 or £32.90. Grab it whilst it is still here. It's a great way also to dip your toe in the water if you've been looking at the Knitwit collections and thinking, shall I, shan't I? Get this collection. You're getting it for an absolute steal and you'll love it and come back and buy more, I'm sure of that. And a few people were just asking earlier on, what was the picture that Craig was colouring in earlier? It was This one from the Lee Holland collection. This is the Love and Thank You stamp collection. Basically, this works out at $12.98. You're not paying for this one here, okay? This gorgeous stamp with those lovely sentiments is a freebie. You're then going to get in the collection this With Love, again featuring that gorgeous dragon cuddling that heart. Lovely sentiments included in there too. And then on top of that, you're also going to get your Spectrum Noir ink pad, which is the jet black, I want to say, or is it noir black? Noir black. $12.98 or $16.90, saving over 35%. We have had some cracking deals. If you want to go for the Paper Boutique collection, that's flying out the door. Knitwit's also going to go, and that Lee Holland collection is flying too. Check out your carts, check out your baskets, and we are done. Big thank you to Craig. Everyone's still talking about Craig's mixed media demo earlier on from Wake Up Call. If you missed that, make sure you check back. Craig, thanks so much, and when are you back?
Thank you, Ben. It's been an absolute bless. That's me now till Monday. I'll be back on Monday at our, normal time for you guys stateside with our clocks going back. So have a lovely weekend, and I will see you on Monday for Wake Up Call.
Well, we shall certainly look forward to that. I will see you next Friday, and I shall very much look forward to it. Stick with us here on Crafters TV. We've got an hour and a half until we bring you a masterclass. If you love mixed media, you'll make sure you're with us. See you in an hour and a half. Bye for now.
Bye.